Well, here we come into our rabbit area, and these guys are the jet engine of this farm. They provide about 90% of all the plant food that we need. There's Mama. She got a couple babies. Oh, there's one of them. Oh, both babies over there. And these rabbits, their job is to eat our kale, Swiss chard, lettuce, everything that we feed them, and then poop. That's all we need them to do, poop and pee. And then we take hold of the poop and the pee and turn it into a very special rabbit tea. Our farm, 6,000 meters, almost 1.5 acres of greenhouse. We need about 25 to 28 rabbits to efficiently feed this with 90% of the feed. The other 10, the rabbit poop is not all inclusive, and so we need to put in a few extras once in a while just to keep the plants happy. But talk about cyclical, rotational. The rabbits eat our kale, the rabbits feed our kale. Eat, feed. And so with that, we have reduced our input of commercial fertilizers by 90%. Right now, Raphael is filling one of our Maya sheets. This is like a great big tea bag. He's filling it with dried rabbit poop. So we dry it in the sun there for a few days, as you can see, in our little makeshift dehydrator, which has just got the Maya on the bottom for airflow and plastic on the top for heat and sun protection from the rain. So we're going to fill that with about 10 to 15 pounds of this rich nitrogen, cool nitrogen rich rabbit poop, and then we're going to tie it up like a tea bag, and we're going to put it in a 55-gallon drum of water with some molasses, and we're going to tea bubble it, and then within about 5 days we'll have a concoction that we can send down through the irrigation lines and feed all of our plants. Wow, so exciting. So we're back here in our humble little plant food section where we feed the irrigation lines. This has been going now for 2.5 years. This is our weekly production of rabbit poop into rabbit tea. And today we're adding a second barrel, filling it up right now, and then we're gonna put our rabbit tea bag inside of it. What you can see inside here, now of course, right now we have a fish tank bubbler, 2 lines. I'm going to take one of the lines and put it over here and one over here. That's really all we need. As you can see, it's bubbling 24/7. It's bubbling the rabbit tea. And with that bubble in there, and we take 55 gallons and 1 liter of molasses that we get down at the farm and feed store, with a liter of molasses in 5 days, it will feed the bacteria in this rabbit poop and turns it into a rich, deep tea, as you can see here. Now that bag will come back up. We just try to rotate it every day or two, just give it a little bump. Here it comes back up. So it's all being rotated, and the water, the air in the bubbles is feeding the it's feeding the bacteria, the friendly bacteria, and it's making a beautiful bacteria soup for us to feed to the plants. And of course now we're filling up this one. And so here is the tea bag. We've got it all tied up. We're just going to dump it in and let it start soaking, and then we'll put in some molasses as well. Okay, so let's go in. We're probably going to fill it all the way, maybe even bump it over a little. It's okay. Down, down, down we go. Yeah. Yes. There we go. Let those air bubbles come out. Shut off the hose. Now you're watching a one-handed farmer. One hand on the camera, one hand on the bucket of molasses. So here's our 5-gallon bucket. It's dirt cheap. We don't use very much of this. I mean, it takes us 6 months to get through a 5-gallon bucket, and I think that bucket costs $7 or something like that. So that's nothing. But this is the food that feeds the rabbit poop. So I'm just going to pour some in here on top and around. Get about a liter. Oh yeah, nice. See if I can clean it off. Oh, goopy goopy. So this is going to be worked into the water now. The tea bubblers are going to oxygenate and feed the microorganisms and the bacteria that's in that rabbit poop. Let's see what this one looks like. You can just take a look. Get these at the pet supply stores. There it is. So there's the bubbler, and it's just pushing oxygen out in those small bubbles to feed the friendly bacteria with the molasses. Now this jug, this big 55-gallon barrel is going out down the line in just minutes. And then we will refill it, and we'll be able to use this rabbit tea bag for at least 4 to 6 weeks. After it's done, depleted, then we'll take it and we'll put it out over the rows, and so we can still get more use out of it. Back to this one here. Let's go ahead and use the big stick. Dump this down. Let's get it mixed in. And then we can leave it. I'm going to put the lid on and just leave it cracked open. There we go. And let's see if we can go down. So it still has not yet absorbed all the water, so a lot of air in there. It's wanting to stay on top. There it goes. Look at that, my friends. This is the key to sustainable, cyclical farming using organic rabbit poop for most of your fertilizer. So now I put the lids on, just cracked them open so there can be some movement of air, and we are ready to go. This one in 5 to 7 days. You can't go too long. I decided to wait a week, 2 weeks. It just gets better and better. So, but every 5 days we are doing it. So now, like this can be Monday and this can be Friday. Monday and Friday. And if I want to keep adding, we'll just keep adding 55-gallon barrels. That's how easy it is. And now I'll show you how we're going to extract this into our irrigation system. Just a humble little irrigation system with a venturi. We're going to use the venturi to pull that material out. So we have a little venturi system that's connected to all the sections here, and our goal now, I've got a end here, filtered end that we're going to put on. It runs right into this venturi and hooks into the line. So right now I've got it on. You can kind of hear it, and it's looking okay. So drop it in here, and all of a sudden, there it goes. Now the rabbit tea is being injected into the lines for all the plants to enjoy. As soon as that 55-gallon barrel drum is drained, and it will probably take 15 minutes to drain it, then we will turn off the venturi and open up the full 2-inch line and start flooding everything with water to push it all the way out into the greenhouse. And that's kind of how it works for us. It's real simple, but very, very effective. And so, the end of the story is this, and this is very, very vital for you. No matter who you are, how big or how small your food production is, you need to uncouple from the system. The system is oil-based. And how many of you know that oil is one of the main elements of commercial plant food? And so when the price of oil goes up, commercial plant food goes up. When oil is down, commercial is down. Right now, oil is going up, up, up. It's going to break $100 a barrel, I believe. Our technical analysis says 113 is the next target for oil. That means plant food goes up by 50%, and that means that your food bill goes up by multiplied percentage points because the farmers cannot continue to grow the food at the same price they used to. So how do you do that? You break the cycle. You get out of commercial food fertilizer that is based on oil and energy. You have to find a cyclical way. Well, we have a friend that showed us one of the greatest cyclical ways, and that's these little bunny rabbits. They are so cute, they're so quiet, and they do such a great job. Our job is we feed them as much as they want. Kale, Swiss chard, moringa. Don't feed the babies spinach, but once they're 6 months old, you can have spinach for the adults, and so much more. So we feed them, and then they poop and pee, and we take that poop and pee, which is rich, cool nitrogen, and it works so good as a cyclical plant food for our plants. It makes us as close to organic as we can possibly get. Now, what we used to do, we used to have to pay $1,500 a month for plant food. We're down now to $200 a month, and that $200 mostly is the little pellets that we buy for the rabbits, for their nutrients, the things that our green plants can't give them. So with that, we've dropped from $1,500 to $200, and hey, don't you want to do the same thing? Get off of the grid when it comes to oil-based plant foods, and you'll be successful. This is the closest thing to cyclical, what they call sustainable, as I've ever found. We're continuing to grow rabbits. Hopefully we have enough someday where we can help others get their rabbits. We also have extra rabbit poop once in a while for people who need to buy it. We've got that available for them as well. God bless you. Come out and see us and see this massive jet engine called Bunny Rabbits. Look at this rabbit. She's eating my hair. Oh, I love these guys.